My bad. Okay. What's going down, T-Subs and T-Squad? So, girl, look. First of all, I was already in my feelings because they got New York on a travel restriction. And I'm supposed to be home right now. But, girl, I can't even go home because they got us exiled on Siberia for right now. So you can't come into New York for real, for real. And your ass can't leave from New York for real, for real. And that's the reason why I was so much in my bag. But thank God. We had a turkey. I got stuffing, and I went out and got other things for me to make a nice little dinner for tomorrow and all that good stuff. So I was in my feelings and in my bag, but I kind of slightly got out of my feelings and in my bag. And then what really brought me up out of my feelings and out my bag is this latest piece of tea that came from Layla Lynn. I got her name right this time, honey. My big sis, Layla Lynn, thank you so much for one, keeping me up with the tea, and for two, getting me up out my bag. So, girl, for those of y'all that don't know what the flying hell is going on, y'all know the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City came on like 2 weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, maybe. Hold on. My bad. I was texting one of my homegirls. So this came from Layla Lynn. And basically what's going on here, Mary, Cosby, bitch, you going down. You going down. You going to hell with gasoline draws on. You and your old ass grandpappy that you done set up here and married because you greedy, you self-centered, you're entitled, and God is going to handle you and Robert when y'all asses get up there to them pearly gates, honey. So let me explain to y'all what's going on first, because it is a little bit to unpack. Girl, let's go in and let have on Robert for the fraud, girl, for the fraud that he had going on, signing that dead woman name on titles and deeds that he had no business doing, which lends itself to what I always felt was he killed that woman for the insurance money. But that's just the way I feel about it. So it says here in the Salt Lake City Tribune, girl, this is way back in 2005, bitch, my junior year in high school, way before any franchise of the Real Housewives was out. So it says here, late evangelist estate given $1.2 million in damages. A jury has awarded the estate of the late evangelist Rosemary Mama Cosby $1.2 million in damages, finding that a portion of the evangelist's fortune was fraudulently diverted after her death in 1997. Get that. Tab on that. The 8-member 3rd District Court panel ordered Bishop Robert C. Cosby, Mary's husband now, Mama Cosby's husband back then, and successor of Faith Temple Pentecostal Church in Salt Lake City, and church business manager Annie Johnson to pay the award to estate representative Rosalind Carazers, one of Mama Cosby's 4 children. Y'all need to do something about these last names around there in Salt Lake City. Attorney Edward McBride, representing Carazers, said Monday that the jury's decision was decisive victory in a 6-year court fight challenging Robert Cosby's and Johnson's handling of the multi-million-dollar financial empire Mama Cosby left behind. It is not the end of the case, but it's the beginning of the end, he said. There are some other issues still to fight out in probate court, such as whether Robert Cosby must personally reimburse the estate for legal fees. Questions remain about possible redivision of Mama Cosby's estate in light of the jury's partial support for Carazers allegations that her mother's signature was forged on various deeds and mortgages prior to her death from a heart attack in January 97. In addition, late Friday, the jurors found one of the 4 deeds submitted by causers at trial, a December 1996 quitclaim document related to a Zion Summit condominium had been forged. Bruce Reading, an attorney representing Robert Cosby and Johnson, is asking the court to trim the $318,000 in general damages award and also will seek to negotiate punitive damages less than $850,000 set by jurors. However, no decision has been made on whether to appeal the jury's actual finding of fact, he said. Messages seeking comment from Crosby and Johnson's were not returned on Monday. See what I'm saying? And that lends itself to what I said way before this came out about how it's mighty strange that she married the younger man. She done all of a sudden set up and died, and now all of a sudden her granddaughter decides to take it upon herself to marry that man. So then it gets a little deeper, because one of the church members done came out and done spoke about the nonsense that was going on, and I'm about to read it up here. It says this is allegedly one of the church members coming out saying what Bravo would surely forget to mention, as well as Mary Martha and Bishop actively brainwashed their congregation into believing that they are God on earth. They are God on earth. That God came down and has taken over their bodies, and that they're literally the saviors of earth alongside Jesus. They call it the revelation. Before Mama died, it only pertained to her. After she died, Mary and Bishop have taught that it was on them now. They have church members running around yelling back and forth to each other, Mary is God, and rolling around speaking in tongues, going crazy over that nut job. Before Mary took over the church, the revelation was Mama is God. But now it's Mary is God. And the only way to be saved in that cult is to get the revelations and profess that at every chance you get, in secret and to each other. Of course, because nobody wants the secret getting out. The creators of the Real Housewives they don't want the secret to get, they don't want, blah. Let me stop. In secret and to each other. Of course, because nobody wants the secret getting out, to say the creators of the Real Housewives franchise. And then, to add insult to injury, it actually says that on their church doctrine. On their church doctrine, I'm going to put these, I'm going to edit it up in these videos where you can read it for yourself. It says, God established through Mama a church of ministers as Elijah established a school of prophets. Mama teaching the ministers to be of one mind, going against everything that mainstream Christianity teaches, and allowed God to manifest himself into her, thereby showing us that it is possible, and showing us that very essence of God that is ministers according to the Bible, not what man states, but that we must live and be like Jesus, not according to the error in 325 AD, the Roman Empire, Constance, along with the bishops, the head of churches, came together in Nicaea in agreement and took the church away from what the apostles taught and died for. Therefore, through Mama, God established a ministry with one mind, the voice of God's ministry, back to the foundation. Bishop Robert C. Cosby. As far as I'm concerned, all of them hoes are frauds. All of them are fraudulent. None of them are real Christians. They're running around here devising a cult the same way the Mormons is around there doing. They're just like the Mormons. And I already knew I did not like Mary for a specific reason, and this is why. That bitch is sin incarnate, and much like El Teddy says, she's going to be sitting in the first row on the 7th layer of hell. In her robe, her Valentino Lane dress, her fashions, them dusty, dry-ass wigs. Girl, the wigs is already flammable, so it's hell made. All of them going down, y'all. All of them are going down. So don't you worry. They may be getting away with it here on earth, but when the good Lord decides to bring them on to glory, they're going to have to answer for that. But y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story. And I can't wait until tonight, because I'm going to go in and have on Mary for every damn thing that bitch ain't worth. And I don't give a flying fuck who feel away about that. And I'm gone. Bye.
What you're giving, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe